Indigenous people of Biafra says his client was tortured while in the custody of Kenyan authorities. Ifeanyi, the lawyer for the leader of the Indigenous people of Biafra, says his client was tortured while in the custody of Kenyan authorities. Ifeanyi Ejiofor says he has compelling evidence that he will be presenting to the International Court of Sea. The lawyer for the leader of the Indigenous people of Biafra says his client was tortured while in the custody of Kenyan authorities. Ifeanyi Ejiofor says he has compelling evidence that he will be presenting to the International Court of Justice about violation of Kanu's rights. VOA wasn't able to immediately get a response from the Kenyan government. Earlier this week, President Muhammadu Buhari commended Nigerian security forces for their job in the execution of an international operation that he said led to the arrest. But President Buhari gave no details on the operation except that Kanu was detained as a result of international cross-border cooperation. Kanu's organization is agitating for an independent state for ethnic Ibos in southeast Nigeria. The Nigerian government considers the group a terrorist organization. Lawyer Ejiofor says the terrorist label is a pretense for the Nigerian government to indiscriminately arrest members of the indigenous people of Biafra.
Nnamdi Kanu was severely beaten and subjected to all forms of inhuman treatment and degradation by the Kenyan Police Authority upon his abduction on 19th of June 2021 in Kenya Nairobi Airport. He was detained in a very terrible environment, which is far unconnected with conventional place of custody in Kenya. They accused him of sundry offenses against the Kenyan Authority, and on account of which he was detained for 8 days to enable them investigating. At the expiration of 8 days, after being subjected to all forms of inhuman treatment, they now discovered that the person whom they've tortured for 8 days was Nnamdi Kanu. And they now called on the Nigerian government to come over and pick him. So obviously, we understand that this is a clear script written in collaboration with the Nigerian government, which was clearly executed by the Kenyan police force.
You mentioned Kenya, but it was never very clear to us exactly how Mr. Kanu was apprehended. The Nigerian government only said that his arrest was due to cross-border cooperation. What can you tell us in terms of exactly how and where Mr. Kanu was apprehended?
Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in Nairobi Airport. Now, when he was arrested in Nairobi Airport, Kenya, by Kenya Police Force, we have compelling evidence to this effect, which will be tendered before the International Court of Justice at the point we are going to get there, because we are already filing action through our foreign legal partners who are in court to challenge the gross violation of his fundamental rights as a British citizen, and also gross violation of the international laws on repatriation of persons suspended of committing an offense. So, and sundry infractions on his rights. So what we are saying is that, in effect, that he was arrested in Kenya Airport. I can confirm that to you authoritatively.
As you know, sir, the Nigerian government considers your client, Mr. Kanu, and his indigenous people of Biafra movement a terrorist organization.
Okay, let me just explain this to you. Shortly after the invasion of Nnamdi Kanu's premises on the 14th of September 2017, and they didn't succeed in abducting and killing him, they came back 3 days after, on the 17th of September, to obtain an order of court party without reference to my office to prescribe IPOB. Then we promptly filed an application before the Court of Appeal to challenge the purported prescription of IPOB as a terrorist organization, because we know that the indices and the characters of IPOB, the activities, the manner in which they operate, does not fall within the ambit of provisions of the Section 3 of Terrorist Prevention Act of Nigeria. And going forward, we also promptly then file an application for stay of execution of that judgment. So it's only in Nigeria that they have IPOB prescribed. Thankfully, I'm speaking with you. You're in America and I'm communicating with you from America. American government, other foreign government, and responsible institutions refuse to sanction the prescription of IPOB in Nigeria and elsewhere as a terrorist organization. So, as you are aware, we have Boko Haram in Nigeria. We also have Fulani Herdsmen in Nigeria. This organization that has been proscribed by international community, because the essence of prescribing IPOB is to enable the federal government and the security agents of Nigeria to start arresting them on the sound of that order.
When is the next court date?
The matter has been slated for hearing, commencement of trial on the 26th of July 2021.
Thank you so much, sir, for the time to speak with you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Ifeanyi Ejiofor is the lawyer for Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Nigeria. In Ghana, a move to formalize the payment of salaries for the spouses of the
existing charge. So coming to his present state of health, we have made public that when he was in Kenya, when he was kidnapped in Kenya, he was subjected to inhuman treatment. He was beaten, subjected to torture. He was tortured. And on account of those horrible experience, he was sick. So before he was brought to this country, brought to Nigeria. So, but we are doing everything humanly possible to ensure he gets best of medical attention. We are written to authority, detaining him, and he's improving. His health is improving as I speak to you. He's improving. So, and there's no cause for alarm. I can assure you there's no cause for alarm. Only that by virtue of being in a confinement where he has no access to his brothers, his sisters, the relatives, the cousins, and even the wife, more important, the wife, you effectively classified him as being subjected to mental torture. That was where some people got that explanation wrong. I never mentioned the cause of my address, that he was being tortured by SSS here. I never said that. I was never mentioned in my address that he was being beaten by SSS here. I gave graphic explanation of what happened, what took place in Kenya, how he was beaten there, based on account he gave me, that account he gave me. So, but I emphasize on the fact that by virtue of the fact that he is here alone, he doesn't have free access to the wife, to the children, to the brothers and sisters, to cousins. So, and except us that can visit him, is still experiencing a level of mental torture. That's what I was trying to explain, so that people cannot get it wrong from every quarter. So, and we are doing all we can to ensure that he's transferred to appropriate custodian where he's supposed to be, pending when application for his bail is revisited and the trial commences. So, and we're in high spirit that Kanu will come out freely. I can assure you of that. He'll be out. There's no cause for alarm. He will be out, and I'm not talking about bail. Even if it's granted by the child with this child, or whatever charge financing this time around, it does for the merit and get found in court. So there's no cause for panic. I can assure you that by legal team, the team we are going to empower, we're going to work with us, are very, very formidable in their own and trying to do justice to this case. Thank you.
Okay. So you've talked about his health that is in good shape. Biafrans shouldn't panic about his health. What do you think will be the minds of Biafrans regards to 26th, the day that he's going to appear in court?
I didn't say the health is in a perfect state or whatever. I said it's improving health-wise, and it's improving health-wise. That's what I'm saying. It's not that it's wonderful, but it's improving health-wise. But we are making effort to see we'll get an expert that will examine him. We've already informed the authority detaining him, and we're taking steps to that effect. So we have formally informed the authority detaining him. So it's improving health-wise, and there's no cause for alarm. We're doing all we can within the confines of law to ensure that the needful are done in court. And we're prepared to go all hearts with the government, in this case in court. So my advice to the Biafrans is to remain calm. Pray for him, pray for us too. Particularly me, who is under serious threat. The first of what happened to me in situations how I narrowly, by act of providence, to escape being assassinated, is there in the public domain. But I had earlier mentioned and said there's some amount of intimidation or threat of any kind that will stop me from defending NNAMDI'S Ipob. That's settled. And I can assure you that once that divine grace is upon me, nobody can kill me. No matter how fortified you are, you can't kill me, because I'm a child of destiny, and I am on a divine mission in this project, in this case. So I am not the one appointed myself. God appointed me to be his lawyer. and also to be loyal for IPOB. I am not doing it out of my own strength. God has been there for me. So, and I advise those who are doing all they can to get me out of the way to stop thinking evil against me, because whatever evil they think can never see the light of the day, and nothing will stop me from defending him. I will be there with him till the end. I will be there with him till the victory is achieved. I can bet my life for that. Thank you.
So 26 is very, very, very on the road. It's approaching, and Biafrans will know what will be their step and reaction towards 26th. What do you think that will be the way forward for Biafrans, those at home and those abroad, regarding to his appearance in court on 26th?
Nothing extraordinary will happen on 26th. I can assure you that. Only we're going to be in court as usual and entertain some applications we tend to file before then. I may not be able to mention it at this stage. So, and if there's any form of amendment to the charge they have before him, then we take it off from there. But as I speak to you, nothing has been done. So we still believe that what we have before him is the charge, 3-count charge pending against him in court. So nothing much will happen. And also we have an application before the court which has been overdue for hearing. This application needs to be explained, to be heard on that day, because that application substance is giving an account of what happened in his house on 14th of September. So we have demonstrated through compelling evidence in that application on how his house was invaded by the secret soldiers who came for his life. And in the process, over 28 persons were killed. We have the pictorial evidence to that effect. We have the video evidence of what transpired in his house. All these are before the court, and it's important that the court is hard, because that will also enable the court to understand that man can never jump down, because the court need to look at, because that is very fundamental. So because once that is resolved, then we can go into other issues that will also grant him freedom. So other applications that will most likely grant him freedom. So court need to also, through that application, look at intervening circumstance that leads to his disappearance from court. It is a person that had before announced to the world that is coming to court on October 14th, so with about 1 million Biafrans to face his trial, and he was ready. He was ready, made it known to me, he was ready to be